This week in Jamaica Now, soldier shoots cop in Portmore in apparent love triangle. More worry over violence in schools. A dean is floored by a student in St. Mary. In Homestead, the principal and a student caught up in a brawl. Education Ministry warns against the jump trip challenge that has resulted in injuries. MPs make homophobic comments at PNP meeting. The party says sorry. Government Senator Matthew Samuda appointed to the cabinet. And Pablor Dancer Tippa has died. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. Residents of 7 East in Greater Portmore were left stunned on Thursday night after a violent culmination of a reported love triangle. A soldier reportedly shot and injured a policeman after arriving at home to find the cop in a compromising position with his wife. The cop managed to flee through a back door, leaving behind his service pistol. The policeman was later taken to hospital by a motorist, where he was treated and released. There is renewed worry over the issue of violence in schools. On Wednesday, the Dean of Discipline at the Oracabessa High School in St. Mary was reportedly attacked by a male student. It is reported that the student was being reprimanded when he rained several blows on the dean, then floored him. The student has since been arrested by the police and the dean given medical attention. The incident sparked protest by other teachers. And days earlier, the principal of the Homestead Primary School in St. Catherine and the student were left with injuries after a violent clash. The principal, Sophia Dare, had intervened in a brawl among 2 female students who were taken to her office by their class teacher because they were earlier fighting. While in the principal's office, the students went at it again. The principal was trying to quell the squabble when she was hit. Videos have also emerged of high school students in fights on at least 2 occasions. The Education Ministry is urging school administrators to crack down on a new practice among students called the Jump Trip Challenge or the Tripping Jump Challenge. The practice involves 2 students luring another to join them in jumping. As the 3rd student jumps, he is tripped before landing, causing a violent fall. A student of the Meadowbrook High School suffered a broken arm. The National Secondary Students' Council has also joined in denouncing the prank.
Let's jump. What did you think was going to happen?
I know that ridiculous jump challenge. How ridiculous. Broken leg, arm, severe spinal damage that can lead to death. This needs to stop. I repeat,
This needs to stop. Yo, I hear that thing that.
The People's National Party PNP hierarchy has denounced homophobic comments made by senior members at a constituency meeting in St. Catherine East Central on Sunday, saying it would not endorse any form of discrimination. The comments were aimed at sitting Member of Parliament Orlando Terrelong. Opposition spokesman on finance Mark Golding was among those who made comments.
And I know it's Terrelong, when him see the straightness of the man who's coming against him, will be wobbling and quaking.
Following the PNP's apology, Mr. Golding took to social media site Facebook to personally say sorry to Mr. Terrelong. According to Mr. Golding, Mr. Terrelong did not deserve it. The PNP spokesman on finance said he was caught up in a moment of platform intoxication. Government Senator Matthew Samuda has been appointed a minister without portfolio in the Ministry of National Security. Samuda, who is 35 years old, is the youngest minister in the Andrew Holness-led government. He was sworn in on Monday by Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen. His appointment fulfills the constitutional provision for a minimum of 2 cabinet ministers from the upper house. Samuda replaces Colonel Charles Jr., who resigned last week to run on a Jamaica Labour Party ticket for the Clarendon South East constituency. Political watchers say his appointment will now allow the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, to focus more on election-related matters. Dr. Chang is also the JLP General Secretary. Pundits also say Samuda will be key in crafting the government's message amid increasing worry over the crime surge. Pablor Dancer Tippa has lost his battle with an illness. The dancehall personality born Frederick Moncrief had been dancing since the 1990s, but rose to prominence when he landed a segment on TVJ's popular entertainment program Intense. Since news of his passing, the dance fraternity has been posting tributes in his honor. The chairman of the Caribbean Community, Mia Motley, has announced that the fixed single roaming rate will be implemented for the region this year. Motley, who is also the Prime Minister of Barbados, has not given a precise time, saying an agreement on the actual rate and services were not yet finalized. However, she says the new regime will cover the cost of data for popular social media platforms, including those that allow for voice calls. Motley said, too, that the roaming rate will include an amount for regional voice calls and over time will include more services. According to her, in many cases, people are bankrupted when they go from one country to another within the region as they have no idea of the cost for roaming telecom services. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, the struggle of 49-year-old Anthony Shaw since his diagnosis with the Parkinson's disease.